Welcome to Guadalajara. So basically I went from Trinidad to Boston for a couple days with 6 inches of snow, and now I'm here in Guadalajara, Mexico for Don Julio. Kind of a big change. I did not expect the bumpy dirt road going to this. Okay, this is what I expected to do. So the first step is the agave fields. So I'm now properly adorned for the agave, because you have to have the right El Jimador hat.
Most of us, when we think about tequila, we say, well, I want to know where it is made, and we think immediately in Tequila Town. Between Guadalajara and Puerto Vallarta, you will find Tequila Town. That's where all tequila started, okay? All the story. Now, if you see Guadalajara and you go the opposite way, you will go to the highlands. That's where we are. To make tequila, you can make it only in one part of Mexico. Now, we're in the highlands of Jalisco, and the first thing that you will find is this type of soil. Now, all the plantations of Don Julio come from this region. We do not own the land. That's something that is important, because we only own the agaves. The instrument he uses is called coa. In the morning to 1 in the afternoon. The boots have also sealed them, and then they will take it out for the truck tank of the beer. This is really safe, you know. This is the red cake I was telling you.
It's like butter. It's just a lot heavier.
Yeah.
So Enrique, how often do you come out to the fields? Rarely?
Once a week. No.
Really?
Once a week.
How much of your job encompasses before the piñas even harvested? Is it a good amount?
Yes, it's a lot of work.
How many new plants are you planting a year?
And that all depends, but we can say the average is around. Now this is May, because we planted between May to March to May. This year we will plant 1,700,000.
It's not stopping and ask directions. It's guys with guns. Although I'm sure they know where the hell things are. Finally here at the Don Julio distillery, and we're going to walk around. You may not be able to hear because we've been given these things for us to hear. So I don't know what the audio is going to be like, but we'll see. When I went to Don Julio, I was wearing those headphone things. We were about to go and do the tour, and they said no photos, no video, dangerous because of the vapors.
We cannot take pictures, so we thank you for.
So for a moment there, I thought we weren't going to be able to actually shoot anything at Don Julio, but I got the okay, and we were able to shoot what you're about to see. The problem though is you can't really hear very much. It's a very loud kind of distillery, a lot's going on. So I'm going to help kind of describe what you're seeing while you're seeing it, so you kind of have an idea of what's going on. Basically, the process for Don Julio is this. They have the agave plant, which they cut in the fields. These are called piñas, and these piñas are loaded up onto these trucks. Each person cuts about like maybe 100, 150 of these piñas a day, and they're brought to the distillery. So you have this big mountain of piñas at the distillery, and it's something really pretty exceptional to see all these piñas. So the piñas are all sort of different sizes, and so they have to basically cut them up into sort of similar sizes before they put them into these autoclaves. So they're unloading the piñas here, and they get cut up over there, and then if you look kind of over there, those are the autoclaves. So they're cooking the agave back there. It's actually quite cool. The actual agave itself doesn't taste very sweet, so it's kind of like a potato. They cook the piñas, and when they cook those piñas, the transformation really takes place, and they go from this, white, sort of starchy substance to a brown, very lush, very sweet. In the center of the piña is the heart, and you can actually eat it. It's sort of like a sweet potato, and the outsides are these fibers, and the fibers you can kind of chew on, and out comes this wonderful nectar. To get that nectar, they basically shred the agave plant. They crush and shred, and that extracts all of that agave out of it, out of that sweet agave. It's quite impressive. I didn't realize kind of like how much volume they get from all these piñas. So they take that agave water and they ferment it. They add yeast and it sits in these tanks and ferments. It makes sort of like a beer, an agave beer. I would say that's considerably hot, much hotter than a lot of the other fermentation processes.
All the flavors and aromas are produced here. Okay, the rest of the process is quite very important, but the real inside is made here in the fermentation. We don't add another sugar. We don't add more alcohol outside. Okay, we must do it and certificate it.
So in the fermentation tank that was really hot.
Yeah.
Is that all natural heat from that one?
All natural heat. What happens there, again, as I answered there, we have in 1 milliliter, at the beginning 50 millions in 1 milliliter. There is 24,000 liters, then imagine how many little bodies are there. The thing is that your bodies transform energy from the food, and then your body increase half a degree or 1 degree when you're eating, okay, in order to start to process. Here it happens the same. Billions and billions and billions take half a degree of temperature more, but with those millions, that's what they produce that energy that you felt there.
Very much like Scotch or bourbon, you've got this fermented matter, which then they distill. They distill twice, and they make their head cuts, which is the elements in the tequila that you really don't want to drink. It gives you the hangover and makes you sick. And then the tail part, which are kind of the heavy, fatty things that kind of weigh down the tequila. So the clean part of the tequila really is in the center. And in the distillery, there are a ton of stills. You've got kind of 2 rows, you got like 10, I think it's like 12 total stills, and 1 special still that they use for the 1942 and the Real product. That's the fundamentals. They're really, the basic thing. It's piña, which is 7 years about to grow, harvested, cut up, put in the autoclaves, shredded, fermented, distilled, and then either left to set to become the Blanco or aged for one of their older products. It's a really straightforward process, but still really quite fascinating. When you're in the Don Julio tequila plant, you smell both that fresh agave being cut up, the cooked agave with that syrupy smell, and then the distillation, the tequila. And those 3 smells just kind of come together, and you can really pick that out in the glass. It's really quite exceptional. Thanks for watching the Don Julio tour. Go ahead and like this video, which is right down here, and subscribe to our Drink Spirits YouTube channel. Give us some comments. Tell us what you like. We keep tailoring these videos because you're giving the comments and you're telling us what you want to watch. I'm Jeff Kleinman with Drink Spirits. Thanks.